Tonight, football fans witnessed something that nobody expected. Portugal, one of the most technically gifted teams in world football, entered the pitch as clear favorites. A squad filled with world-class talent, attacking power, and experience. Yet what unfolded was something completely different. A match that was supposed to be controlled by Portugal turned into a story of frustration, hesitation, and missed identity. And on the other side, DR Congo, a team that played with heart, discipline, aggression, and belief. By the final whistle, the scoreboard read, Portugal 1-1 DR Congo, but the real story is much deeper than the scoreline. First half, control without intent from the opening minutes, Portugal dominated possession. They passed the ball around confidently, controlled midfield space, and maintained structure. But something was missing. There was no urgency, no explosive attacking movement, no killer instinct in the final third. Instead of vertical attacks, Portugal chose safe passes. Instead of risky runs, they slowed the tempo. It felt like a team waiting for something to happen, rather than creating it. DR Congo, however, looked completely different. They pressed high, they challenged every ball, they forced mistakes, and slowly they began to believe that Portugal was not untouchable. DR Congo's energy shift. DR Congo entered this match with no fear. Every tackle was aggressive, every counterattack was direct, every defensive line was organized and compact, and most importantly, they had belief. While Portugal played like a team protecting control, DR Congo played like a team chasing history. And that difference in mentality started changing the rhythm of the match. Portugal's attacking problem. One of the biggest questions of this match is simple. Why did Portugal not attack with intensity? Even when space opened up, the final pass was slow. Even when players made runs, the ball was delayed. Even when opportunities appeared, Portugal recycled possession instead of attacking directly. It looked like a team afraid to lose shape, not a team hungry to win. Tactical breakdown, Portugal's formation stayed stable throughout the match. Midfielders stayed deep, wingers stayed wide but isolated. Striker movement lacked support. This created a predictable attacking pattern, side to side to slow cross to reset. DR Congo easily adapted to this. They blocked central lanes. They forced Portugal wide. They waited for mistakes, and those mistakes came. DR Congo's breakthrough moment. Then came the moment that changed everything. A quick transition, a defensive gap, a perfectly timed run, and DR Congo scored. A goal that shocked the stadium, not because it was lucky, but because it was earned. DR Congo didn't wait for Portugal to collapse. They forced the collapse. Portugal's response. After conceding, expectations were clear. Portugal would increase intensity. Portugal would attack aggressively. Portugal would take control. But what actually happened was surprising. Yes, they increased possession. Yes, they pushed forward. But the aggression never fully arrived. There was hesitation in the final third. There was fear of counterattacks. There was lack of risk-taking. It looked like Portugal was trying to equalize without exposing themselves. Equalizer moment. Eventually, Portugal found the equalizer. A well-constructed move, a moment of individual quality, a finish that brought them back into the game. But even after scoring, the momentum didn't fully shift. That is what made this match unusual. Normally, Portugal would push for a winner, but this time they slowed again. Why did Portugal slow down? This is where the debate begins. Was it tactical discipline? Was it game management? Or was it fear of losing? Some argue Portugal didn't want to risk conceding again. Others believe they underestimated DR Congo's counterattack threat, and some fans simply felt the team lacked intensity. DR Congo final push. In the final stages, DR Congo looked more dangerous. They pressed higher. They attacked faster. They believed they could win. Portugal, meanwhile, looked controlled but cautious. Every attack felt calculated rather than aggressive. Final whistle. And then came the whistle. 1-1. A result that felt different for both teams. For DR Congo, pride, energy, and confidence. For Portugal, questions, criticism, and analysis. Final analysis. This match will be remembered not for goals, but for mentality. DR Congo played like a team with nothing to lose. Portugal played like a team trying not to lose. And in modern football, that difference is everything.